Found you! There you are! You found a map! It's our getaway! Hey, DK, you notice how fractones try to imitate all kinds of shapes? I wonder if there are any banana-shaped fractones. Oh no. If there are, I better make sure DK doesn't eat them. This is gonna be a great... Aim. Yes! Steady. That was close. And we're back. Up top.
Whee! Whee! Banana!
Good one. Nice one. Phew. It's our getaway! Hey, so here we are, hanging out in a getaway that's hanging from a crane. I didn't think about it before, but now that I am thinking about it, this doesn't seem safe. What if the rope breaks? Oh, did I just feel it sway? Are we swaying? DK, it's swaying, isn't it? Tell me the truth. Nope, you're right. I don't want to know. Bet you dreamed about bananas, didn't ya? Let's go! There it is! What's that? becoming a better singer? I think I'm a little bit less nervous than I was before. Anyway, thanks for listening to me, DK. Good night. A big fight's waiting for us down there, DK. Ready?